I promise I'm really not violent, okay? I'm not a violent person, but if it comes to self-defense, I have to defend myself if someone is attacking me. I got arrested. I actually fully got arrested in this United Kingdom. I was put into a police van with police officers, and I was put into a police station cell. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a great week. Today I have a story time for you, and this is a story time that has been long overdue. I think I've tried shooting a story time a few times and just never was able to like get it done, or I just couldn't be asked to go through that whole experience because I actually suffered like anxiety from this for some time. But yeah, let's get straight into the story time. I got arrested. I actually fully got arrested in this United Kingdom. I was put into a police van with police officers, and I was put into a police station cell, and then I was released after like 6 or 8 hours. I'm not sure, but I was there for some time. Now, that's like the short story, the long story made short. Now, why or how did I get arrested? This happened like how many years ago? Like 4 years ago. It all started like after working like a 8 or 9 hour shift in retail. And if you know, like there's normal shifts and then there's retail shifts. If you're working for a retailer, an 8 hour shift feels like 14 to 16 hours. It's not a joke. I was tired. I was exhausted. I just could not be asked to deal with no drama. I just wanted to get home and just sleep. I was not expecting any drama that night. I get home, two housemates in the house at that time. There were two girls. There was actually another gentleman there, but he wasn't around during the time the incident happened. And thank God he wasn't around, because that guy had a gun in his room, and I think he didn't like me as well. Had he had his gun, he probably would have shot me, and that yeah. So we just thank God that he wasn't around at that time. But there were these two other girls that were in the house with me. Let me give them a name. I really don't like them, and I don't want to be mean and call them cat and dog, but like, all right, fine. We'll call one Rosalina, and then we'll call one Cat. Anyway, Rosalina and Cat. So the way the room is set out, right? My room is here. The next room to mine is Rosalina's, and then the one next to Rosalina is Cat. So Rosalina is between Cat and I, right? Cool. I get home and Rosalina and Cat are in Cat's room, and they're playing music and the door's open. So, you know, I could still hear it because the rooms are quite close to each other. And I could hear the music, and I had like a really bad migraine and I just wanted to sleep. So I go over to Kat's room. Now bear in mind, there's Kat's room, Rosalina's room, then my room. Okay, so I go over to Kat's room. So when I went in there, Kat was actually not in the room. It was just Rosalina in the room. And I told Rosalina, oh Rosalina, I've got a headache. Okay, I've got a migraine. I've had a long shift. Can you please turn down the music? Or can you at least go down to the conservatory? It's a bit soundproof and I wouldn't be able to hear the music. Usually, Kat and Rosalina play their music, make all their noise in the conservatory. They smoke, they do whatever they want to do in that conservatory. So I don't think I was asking of them too much. If it was the other way around, I would have been cordial enough to do that. I would have been civil enough to do that. But these are not civil creatures. So anyway, I told Rosalina, oh, I've got a headache. Da, da, da. Now, we're not friends in that house. Like, I never was deluded to think that we're friends. But then again, I thought we were civil. And also, then again, they're not civil creatures, which I found out later on that day. But it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, so I told Rosalina, can you lower the music down? Rosalina was like, yeah, sure, I'll lower the music down. And I was like, okay, cool, thanks. Then I go into my room. Later on, music is loud again, like just loud again. And at this point, Kat had joined Rosalina in Kat's room. So they're still in Kat's room. Music is going louder, louder. Then I sent a text message to Rosalina, and I told Rosalina, like, the music is getting loud now. Like, can you please lower it down? I've got a headache. Now, she didn't reply to that text message. But the beauty about WhatsApp is when someone reads it, them double ticks, they go blue. So it had gone blue. And I was aware that Rosalina had at least opened that message and seen it. Whether she acknowledged it or not, like, I mean, I would have liked if she acknowledged it. But then again, she's not a civil creature, is she? So I noticed that she'd read it and she hadn't listened. She hadn't acknowledged it. I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're going to lower the music. Waited 5 minutes. And instead of the music being lowered, what happened now was Rosalina and Kat moved to Kat's room. Now, Kat's room shares a wall with mine. Not only did they move to the room closer to me, they started blasting the music, left the door open, and actually started doing karaoke, singing along, making noise. And so I called my girlfriend and I was like, girl,
like, I'm getting really upset right now. These girls are playing music. I've got a migraine. Like, I don't know. I can't sleep.
Like, so my friend is just trying to calm me down on the phone. And then at some point they just belted out some words and I was like, right, I've had it. So I dropped the phone down and I knocked on the door. When I knocked on the door, Rosalie was like,
yeah, come in.
So I stood by the door. I didn't go much into it. And I was like,
Girls, like, what is your problem with me? What is your problem with me? Because I've not only asked you to turn your music down and you said you would, I also messaged you, but you didn't acknowledge my text message. Instead, you decided to, what's it called, antagonize me by moving to the room closer to mine, playing the music louder, and playing karaoke. So what is your problem with me?
and then they were like,
We don't have a problem with you.
and I was like,
No. Clearly, you have a problem with me, because if I've asked you twice and I've been polite and respectful, why is that not being reciprocated? So obviously I must have done something for you to not at least reciprocate some kind of civil behavior. So what is the problem? Now's the time to talk.
they said,
They had no problem with me.
I was like,
Oh, so you have no problem with me, but you just don't want to respect or be civil in a shared accommodation? Like, you do realize that I'm paying rent as well. So why are you not being civil?
and they were like,
Oh, get out of my room. You're making fucking noise.
just being all rude. And I was like,
Oh, you want me to be civil to you now? Now you want me to be respectful of you asking me to do something? What happened to when I asked you to lower the music down? Did you respect that? No, you didn't. So guess what? I'm not going to respect coming out of your room. You've already let me in anyway. So if you guys want to have a rave, we will have a rave today. And bear in mind, I already had a headache, but I had enough of it. I said, if they want to see me mad, they want to see me crazy, they're going to get me. They want to have a party today on this street here. The whole neighborhood's going to hear we're having a party.
so I went to go sit right next to them. I wasn't scared of them. I sat right next to them. I said,
Oh, you guys want to get lit today? Let's get lit.
they were like,
Markella, get out of the room.
I was like, no. You want to live in a lawless land where there's no, what's it called, care or decency. So we're going to act like that. If I ask you politely to turn the music down or go downstairs to listen to your music because I've got a headache and you don't respect that, then guess what? I'm not coming out of your room because we have no respect for each other. We have none whatsoever. None. So I was like,
Let's get lit. Put the music up.
so they started getting much more like antsy. They were shouting, and I was like, listen, ladies, you can shout, you can jump up and down. It's all cool until someone touches me. Because the minute you touch me, you're telling me, babes, it's time for us to go fist to fist. And for me, I'm not violent. Violence is never my first choice of response to someone. Because to be honest, I hate confrontation. It's not something that I like. Like, it makes me very uncomfortable, believe it or not. But if you touch me, you're therefore telling me how you want the next phase of our communication to proceed. And that's exactly what these dumb idiots did, Rosalina and Kat. Kat just pushed me against the wardrobe. I said, you did. When she pushed me, I said, what? Did that just happen? Like, I was trying to deep, like, did she just push me? Oh, and she did. Oh, she did. She pushed me. And I was like, wow. And then she said, get out of the room. And I said, oh, no, I'm not going nowhere. And then Rosalina came. Rosalina tried to swing for me. She missed. And then, oh, I just started hitting. My hands just started flinging. Once you tried to hit me, you missed. Oh, we was just, basically, it was just, everyone was in. And there was just these two big ass girls. They were bigger and taller than me, coming after me. And I think they really thought they had the upper hand. And I know I really got a really good right hook in there with Rosalina. Like, I really got a good right hook in there. My girl, look, when I hit her, I looked her straight in the eye. She looked me straight in the eye. And she knew I got her good. Like, her jaw, like, her jaw pretty much shifted. She knew that. And Kat, she grabbed me by the neck and pushed me to the wardrobe. And then I kicked him into, mate, you're grabbing me by the neck. You're trying to kill me over noise that you guys started. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? And Kat was white, so I knew that aggressive behavior was racially charged. Oh yes, it was racially charged, Kat. I know you're a little racist. You're a little racist. You felt like your colonial masters when you did that. But don't worry. I remembered my ancestors and I gave you that good kick in the stomach. I hope you felt that. I hope you still feel that. And I know you probably be watching me. I know you be watching me. And I hope you still have dreams about me kicking you in the stomach. Next time, don't grab me by my neck again. How dare you? Whew, gosh, I feel like I still got rage inside of me. But this is good. This is good. I think I needed to get it out there. I needed to get it out. So anyway, these girls attacked me and I defended myself. And they started to get a camera out. They were like just trying to video me. And it's so funny that they got the video footage of when I was acting hysterical, but they didn't get footage of when they were attacking me and acting hysterical as well. And anyway, Rosalina, she's a weakling. She's a weakling. Like, I actually kind of felt sorry for her. Kat, I wish I'd spent more time on her. But Rosalina, she got a lot of beatings. But that's because she was the one that really hit me first. And, well, she tried anyway. She tried. The most she got out of that melee, that, you know, squabble was pulling on my braids. But, yeah, whatever. And so, anyway, the weakling, Rosalina, I think she was a bit scared and stuff like that. So, she and, Cat run outside. I don't know if they thought they were trapping me into the house, which I could have clearly come out of anyway. So they go outside and go to call the police. So they try to keep me locked inside the house so what the police can come for me. Whew, child. You tried to ruin me, but it didn't work. Anyway, so they ran outside. They called the police, and I'm still in the room. I'm like, self-defense. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to me? So anyway, I go, and I think my friend was on the phone the whole time and she heard everything. So before I knew it, my friend just showed up at the house. And she was like, yo, Markella, what's happening? And I'm just like, bro, like, I just got into a fight with them. And what's it called? Rosalina called her boyfriend. And her boyfriend was like, he's a criminal. Like, he has so many criminal records. He has so many, he's just a bad person, just a bad human being. And it makes you think about what these girls really wanted to do to me. They really wanted to hurt me so bad. For people that I don't talk to, they had a lot of energy and a lot of negativity towards me. And that's what happens when, you know, you're just great. People see your greatness and they just hate you for no reason. And I think that's what the situation was, because you're gonna get your criminal boyfriend that lives at the other side of London to come and beat me up, to do the job that you can't do. A whole woman with breasts, you can't. You have to go and get a man with what, 3.5 inch penis to come and sort me out, a job you couldn't do. You want this criminal to come and put his hands on me with his 3.5 pink penis? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Seriously. Anyway, so she goes to call this guy, and her boyfriend saying, "Oh, she's here, she's da, 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 da." I'm like, mate, call him, and I beg, let him try and touch me. Let him try and touch me, because I know he's already had his 3rd strike. So if he touches me, he's going in for a long time. And listen, mate, your girlfriend at the time, I don't know if you guys are even still together, she probably didn't care about you. For her to put you in a situation like that where you could have ended up being in prison? Really? Really? Anyway, so she calls her boyfriend as well, but the police got to the house before her boyfriend and his mom got there. Like, she called her family members as if it was such a huge fight, and she's lucky I didn't lose it like that. Like, I was working on like 40% like energy, probably even 35% energy, because I was really weak and tired, and she got a good beating in there. Anywho, so the police came and they questioned her, and they saw that she had some scratches and bruises. Mike Tyson looked like she had spent a night with Mike Tyson. Damn right. And what's it called? They took her statement, and then the police had to take me into the station for questioning and stuff. So they put cuffs on me. They were like, "Oh, you're so sweet." Like, it was nice. It was jokes. Even the arresting officer, he was like, "I really don't think that this was like necessary. I don't think this is a necessary thing, but they don't think that it's safe for me to be in that house, especially with that guy there and his mom." That's what they were telling me. So to be honest, at first I was like, rah, like, it's gonna look like they had won. But like, now that I sit down and deep, like the adult that I am, I'm thinking, wow, those guys actually looked out for my safety. Because had they gone, right, and I was at home by myself again with those people, with that guy in the house, only God knows what him and his mom would have done to me. But yeah, they said that it's just for my protection and stuff. So I got in there, and then they questioned me, and then they were like, "Yeah, you can go. Like, it's just like a domestic disagreement. It's not something that is like crazy." Cool. So they took me in, and then I spent a couple of hours, well, 6 to 8 hours in the cell. They offered me something to eat, but I was not going to eat no prison food. And to be honest, I was kind of shook, because the fact that, like, from when they put the cuffs on me, even though he was trying to be as nice and as, jokey as with me as possible, like, he had to do his job in it. But it was quite, scary. I just never thought I'd be in a situation like that, because I'm not that type of person. But yeah, it happened, and you're gonna have to wait for part 2 when I tell you about what happened in court. Okay, so I'll leave that for today. And Rosalina and Kat, you know yourselves. Dumb and Dumber, you know yourselves. I'm living, I'm surviving, I am well, and I'm thriving. How about you? You tried to ruin me. I'm God's child. I'm God's child. You can't do anything to me. I mean, you can try, but I'm God's child, and that's on period. Anyway, that's it for today's half of the story. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2, I will tell you what happened when we went to court, because that bit was quite funny because these idiots actually pressed charges against me. But until then, thank you for watching. If you liked today's story time, if you wanted to put your little 2 cents on the whole Cat and Rosalina situation, put it down in the comment section. Whoever does. Yeah, it's peace and love. Adios.